The following is a production of cprundown.com. Views and opinions expressed by the host of this podcast are those of the individual and not of any affiliated companies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rundown on Fun, a weekly podcast covering the Cedar Fair Entertainment Company, the amusement industry, and the business of fun. Here are your hosts, Carsten Anderson, Evan Schultz, and Kyle Hu.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Rundown on Fun, a weekly podcast where we cover the Six Flags Entertainment Corporation, Cedar Point, and everything to do with fun. That's too wordy. I'm not going to get used to that. Too wordy.
That was, I was not expecting that.
Well, the good morning
threw me off. But
well, you guys want me? Now that you're expecting it, you want me to restart?
No,
right.
It's great.
It works. You know, y'all are listening to this in the morning, hopefully on the way to the park.
And you know what?
Bring the Six Flags Entertainment Corporation now, so.
It just doesn't roll off the tongue as cool as Cedar Fair. But, that's okay.
I think I need to cut the Entertainment Corporation. I think I just need to go Six Flags, Cedar Point, and everything to do with fun.
Yeah, all right.
Maybe, yeah.
Listeners, write in.
Yeah, right. What do you guys think? What do you guys like? You like the longer version, or you like the other version? Although, we could, yeah, right. They're like, we don't care. We just skip through the thing anyway. We hit 30 seconds and then we get right in. Anyway, I was going to say we could actually have Justin record every single Six Flags and Cedar Fair park that they own, but we could put it on times 10 is like when you listen to the commercial and you it's got the
covering Six Flags Great America, Six Flags Great Adventure, Six Flags America, Cedar Point, Kings Island.
And more. Anyway, yes, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you're listening to it. We really hope that you are listening to it in the morning, because Saturday mornings is going to be our drop time, which, you know what, I saw the numbers and a lot of people liked it. It seemed like a lot of people were listening possibly on the way to the park and things like that. So, it's definitely positive. It's nice to have a specific day, be like, boom, Saturday morning, if I have to go to work, or if I am driving to Cedar Point or Kings Island or Six Flags Magic Mountain or Six Flags Great America, I don't know. I know that I can listen to a brand new episode
Even if they're going to Universal, they're allowed to listen. It's okay.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. If Universal, Disney,
hopping on your early flight to Universal or whatever.
There you go. Yeah. Your flight on Spirit and Frontier Airlines.
We are not exclusive.
Exactly.
Now we're going to cover a bunch of news specific to the Cedar Fair Legacy Parks.
There is a lot of news. In the end, we've got a little bit of some Six Flags Legacy Park news, just a little bit.
Kind of.
They're definitely teasing some coasters and some cool rides that are going to be coming here shortly. So I'm excited for that. That'll be really exciting. But anyway, let's just jump right in, because we got a pretty full slate. Top Thrill 2 update, because we always lean with that. So I don't know what we're gonna do when we go away from Top Thrill 2 when it's finally open and whatever. It's be like,
we had this conversation before. What are we gonna do when Top Thrill 2 opens? And then it broke a week later.
Yeah.
So let's just not count our chickens yet.
Yeah, right. That's true. Anyway, so this past, I believe, Friday or so, a Friday night or whatever, I was at the park and Justin was at the park. Zamperla was moving the Silver Train around a lot, and I was like, okay. They had it looks like I don't know for sure, but it looks like they added something to the wheels, as in sensor sticky whatever. I don't know. It looked like there was something on the wheels unofficially, and it looks like they obviously tested, because we saw some video, and also Tony was quoted on the weekly radio show that he's on in Sandusky. He was quoted, and they were like, yeah, so Top Thrill 2 tested this past weekend, right? And he goes, yep, it sure did. And so it it is testing. At least it tested once. I don't know how many times it tested on Friday, but
anyway, we should mention, as you're listening to this, not yesterday, like Friday the 20th.
Sorry.
Friday the 26th.
There you go.
It was not yesterday, as you're
listening. Yes. Yeah. So when we record the podcast, we're on a Wednesday right now. So just a little behind the curtain. But yeah, so anyway, so so it it tested. We're not sure what it was testing for, if it's getting closer to the opening date or whatever. Hopefully maybe it was a good test run. Don't know for sure. I know that I was there on Saturday and also Sunday. I was dead
Get a
tired.
life.
Yeah, right. The Boardwalk Nights, man. That
I
Boardwalk
know.
Nights is freaking
I know.
awesome, and we've talked about that. We'll talk just a little bit about it in just a sec. But yeah, so the Zamperla has been looking around on the track and using some kind of like UV purpley light, something. I don't know what it is. And all I can see is like they're obviously working on it still. You can still see that they're working on it. I don't know if they were waiting on parts or something, because all of a sudden it was it wasn't moving for almost a month, and then all of a sudden like
Full steam ahead.
they're back and there's construction lights and whatever. So maybe
They're
we're
climbing
going
around the original tower. They're climbing around the spike.
Yeah. So
they're doing
we
a
have
lot, and it's every night too.
we have no idea what's going on. I know a lot of people ask me in person. A few people have been like, "Hey, listen to the podcast. Do you have any idea?" I have no idea. I know, Evan, we shoot messages back and forth, and I'm like, "Yay, they're doing this," and you're like, "Yeah." I have no idea. I'm like,
and I don't mean to sound like I'm blowing you off when we text. It's just,
yeah,
dude, great.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is weird.
What it means.
I've never seen something like this before. And you're like, I've never seen something like that either. And I'm like, well, that's cool. And then so it's interesting to watch. I mean, it sucks for people that are wanting to ride the ride and haven't been able to ride the ride. But,
I think I said it last week. At least there's signs of life, to the point of there's obviously still a goal of getting it open this year.
Yeah.
So that's encouraging. I mean, we don't want it to wait till Hollow weekends, but even if they got it open for Hollow weekends,
oh my
it's the busiest
gosh,
time of year. I mean, that
Hollow
would
weekends.
That would be a lot.
If they get it open for Hollow weekends and they run it all the way through Hollow weekends, oh my goodness, that Hollow weekends is going to be busy.
Oh, God.
Like what? Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be kind of scared, and not of the haunted houses.
But you know what? I mean, if that's, it's nice. Yeah, Evan, it's nice to see that the park is still committed to saying, yes, they're still working on it. We just, we don't
they
have
haven't
an
thrown in the
update.
towel yet.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think the park knows anything more than we do. I truly think Zamperla's got the keys, and Zamperla's like, hey, we're going to do this to the ride tonight. And Cedar Point's like, okay.
Or maybe Zamperla told the park, but they told them in Italian, and then they're like, and so the park's like, can we get that again? And they're like, nope.
Nope.
Google
it was a one-time deal.
No, one time. That's it. So yeah, the park doesn't know. We don't know. So what I do know is that speaking of being at Cedar Point all that weekend, yes, I was at Boardwalk Nights. It runs until August 18th. We're making Kyle go. We're making Kyle go and do a separate trip and make sure he checks it out. Evan, you've got to see and I don't know the exact names of these things, but you got to see the teeter totter, the guys that do the teeter totters.
Do they launch each other off of the springboard,
really do.
Or wherever?
Yeah, it's really, and it's a funny show. It's very interactive and funny, and there's a little crowd participation in it and everything. I got to do. Well, I didn't really want to do, but I got suckered in because they were like, hey, anybody else want to do it? And they were looking for people to sign up for it. I got to do the hot dog eating contest and lost in great fashion.
How many hot dogs did you eat?
So they only give you three.
Were they normal hot dogs?
Yes, they were normal hot dogs. There was no water. There was no condiments, no nothing. It was just hot dog.
And they're probably like lukewarm.
No, they were actually really hot. They were good. They were actually really good.
They weren't the foot long hot dog. They were They were just the normal like Derby dog hot dogs. Okay.
Yes. And they I'm trying to think. So they had did the hot dog eating contest, and there was I think like 6 or 8 of us or something, and I think I finished like I don't know 5 out of 8. Like I was not
they gave
fast.
You 3 and just timed it.
Yeah, whoever finished the 3. Yeah, whoever finished the 3 won, and they got to
Joey Chestnut in here.
Oh my goodness. He'd be like done.
5 seconds done.
Yeah. So I got to do that and I was like, oh boy, there's video floating around. If anybody
my tummy no feel good
knows, actually, no, I didn't eat all day and I thought I had a real good chance, but fortunately I didn't. Then the next day I went and I was just filming and getting some more videos and some photos and things like that. And I was just seeing in and taking in the sights and things like that. Because I mean, it doesn't last for super long, and plus the weather's been pretty good. So I'm like, I gotta hit it on the good weather days.
Hit it while you can.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, we I was all by myself. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I'm at the 3-point challenge area. I think it's like it's called knockout, or I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but it's again guest participation.
I think they're calling it like boardwalk ball or something like that.
That's possible. Again, no official. I don't have the official list in front of me. I do apologize, but anyway, so I'm standing around taking pictures, and they literally just come right up to me, and they're like, "Here, take a card," and I'm like, "Okay," and it said winner, and I'm like, oh, brother. So. It said winner.
Curb your enthusiasm, dude.
Yeah, right. No, well, I was by myself, and like I'm gonna lose, and this is just gonna be bad. I already lost the night before at the hot dog eating contest, so my self-esteem was pretty low and pretty down. Not gonna lie. So I'm like, all right, well, this is gonna be cool. Well, I mean, I was excited. Don't get me wrong. Like I thought, I was like, all right, cool. Let's see what this is all about. So, anyway, long story short, I do that. First of all, they give you I think there's either 6 or 7 people or whatever, and it's just knockout style. So first you got to get the normal basketball in the hoop the first time. Cool, great. Then in the second round you got to get Miss Popcorn comes out and gives you a popcorn ball, and you got to get the popcorn ball in the hoop before and not be the last person.
Like a basketball, but it's shaped.
It was like a foam ball that was like made with like the foam that you would insulate with or something, kind of like that. It was squishy.
Like a pool toy basketball kind of thing.
Maybe, but like it was not a normal ball.
Not a normal basketball.
Right. So then after that there was oh goodness, the beach guy came out, the lifeguard. He gives us all beach balls. So then you got to make the beach ball in there and not be the last one to get out. I made all of those. I'm like, cool. I'm progressing well. All right, I'm middle of the pack. So then, the next one is what is it? The Matterhorn person that is dressed up like the Matterhorn. What is it? Viking, I think, or something maybe. Sure. Anyway, they come out with like little foam snowballs, and I'm like, okay. I was like almost out, and I got it right in. I was like,
so what you got to shoot from the 3-point line or something, or
no? As soon as like 3, 2, 1 go, you can shoot wherever you want. So everyone obviously just runs right to the basket and tries to get it in. So I was almost out, got it in. I'm like, all right, cool. Whew. Then Miss Cotton Candy comes out, and she gives me the sunglasses and the sunglasses, whatever, that are candy coated, and you can't really see. So you're literally like, okay, cool. So you put those glasses on and you try to shoot. I think it was just a normal ball at that time, just to get the ball in there. And I'm like, okay, cool, got it. I'm like, awesome. I also forgot to mention that the lifeguard also made you wear goggles, sunglasses, a towel, and flippers that you would wear like scuba diving or something. Yeah.
And then they make you take all this off.
Right. So you're doing that, and you have to run over to the thing and get the.
Of course, by this point, there's only like 2 people left or whatever.
Yeah. So then I was like, all right. So then the last one before you you face the king was you had to spin around 5 times and take. I think it was just normal basketball. I can't remember. No, it was the popcorn ball. Or whatever, and then you had to get the popcorn ball in after you spun around five times. You have to get the popcorn ball inside the hoop, go back again, and then spin around again 5 more times, and get the second ball in there, and then return back.
So, are the workers like watching to see who actually was the last? Were they accurate?
I had Miss Cotton Candy screaming 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So they were keeping track of who made the ball first and who made it last.
And how many people were spinning around. So I'm like, okay, so literally I'm like super far behind, and I don't know. I just gotta gust of wind, and all of a sudden I just put my Superman cape on and just started spinning like a mad, and then boom, got it in. I think I was going against a girl in the final round, and she was like an all-star in it, and she was like trying to get the last ball in, and it just kept flying out or whatever. All of a sudden, like, I'm just so dizzy, and I toss it up, and it goes right in. She goes, "Dang it!" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" So then I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Now you're playing the worker. That's
the
person in costume. That's part of the event. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then so it was pretty much just a knockout one. You were able to choose between the popcorn ball or sunglasses, and then whatever you picked, he'd take the opposite. So I was like, I'll take not the sunglasses, but the candy shaded glasses, whatever you couldn't see. And then he took the popcorn ball. I'm like, sweet. So literally 3, 2, 1, go, boom, got it in. I was like, "You're the champ." I'm like, woohoo! I got to wave goodbye. So what did you get? I got a button. It doesn't say.
Didn't everybody get the button?
Yeah. I got the button, and I got praise from everybody that was wanting to play the 3-point shootout that paused, and they were like, "Yeah, man, you did it." I was like, you know what? There we go. There's the victory. There's the sweet, sweet victory that I was waiting on, that I needed, and I needed it for my morale.
But everybody gets a participation trophy, essentially.
Hey, you know what?
Raising a bunch of softies, I was telling you.
It turned my day up all the way around because, like I said, the day before I lost badly at the hot dog eating contest, and then I felt like.
Did you go treat yourself to an icy after?
I did. Yes. It was very hot that day, and I did.
And you didn't work out, so.
I did not plan on telling that really, really long story, but yeah. So really fun. Definitely check out the especially if it's windy. The kites are. Oh my gosh! I've been talking to someone that's actually on the kite team that does it and everything, and he's been doing it for years and years and years, and it's like a giant team and everything like that. So, really, really cool. He actually follows the page, so hopefully he listens to the podcast and he can hear about that and everything. But anyway,
kite flyers.
Yeah. But anyway, hey Kyle, we've got a huge announcement that
this is the whole reason we're even recording today.
Yeah, doesn't involve Cedar Point at all, but it involves the Cedar Point's one of Cedar Point's sisters park.
Okay, you saved yourself.
Yes. I trip over my words sometimes. But Kyle, you want to talk a little bit about what happened at King's Dominion at 5 a.m. today?
Of course I do. King's Dominion announced their new for 2025 roller coaster, Rapterra.
Oh yeah. Evan's only been talking about it for the past few years. Like, guys, the track's going up. It's going up.
I mean, when this thing leaked like a year ago, so I've had plenty of time to get excited.
Yeah. Rapterra is going to be the world's tallest and longest launched wing coaster, set to open in 2025 as part of the park's 50th anniversary season.
Woo woo.
Love it.
So what's the deal with it?
Yeah, let me just read the press release direct from King's Dominion's website. So, King's Dominion, Central Virginia's beloved amusement park, is thrilled to announce the arrival of Rapterra as part of the park's 50th anniversary season. Standing at 145 feet tall and stretching 3,086 feet, this incredible new attraction is the world's tallest and longest launched wing coaster and promises an unforgettable experience filled with heights, speed, and exhilarating maneuvers for all park goers. Rapterra, inspired by the powerful Jungle Hawk, offers riders the sensation of flight. The adventure begins with a powerful launch accelerating passengers to 65 miles per hour in just 4 seconds, before ascending to its zenith over the Jungle Expedition Midway. Then, the ride plummets into a dive loop and navigates a series of thrilling aerial maneuvers, including an S-turn, a wing slide, a flat spin, an airtime hill, and a 360-degree Raptor roll. The 89-second ride totals 3 inversions before a smooth return to the station. Manufactured by industry leader Bolliger & Mabillard, Rapterra's wing coaster design positions riders on either side of the track, offering an immersive, floorless experience that simulates flying. The basalt gray support columns and patina green track create loops, twists, and rolls, ensuring a thrilling adventure from start to finish. Construction of Rapterra is already in progress, with completion expected this fall. The coaster will officially open in 2025, coinciding with King Dominion's milestone 50th anniversary. More information on the 50th anniversary celebration will be shared at a later date. So that's it.
Construction finishing this fall?
That's what it says.
They got to test it and build the theming, and and if you watch the promo video that they put out, they kind of put a lot of theming into this, and there's a lot of interaction with the pathways and the queue lines. This thing looks awesome. And I think as much of a thrilling ride as it's going to be such a cool visual.
And if anybody that has no idea what Kyle was talking about, it's pretty much like Gatekeeper, but it's launch, and it's obviously I think it's more lower to the ground and things like that or whatever, with like its swoops and stuff.
Yeah.
More like a terrain wing coaster or whatever. Or if anyone's been to
Rapterra name.
Right. Or if anybody's been to Holiday World, it's pretty much like Thunderbird. So I'm excited for it though. Yeah.
Something they didn't mention or I'm surprised that they don't mention, is it's not the fastest wing coaster in the world. There's one faster in Spain, but it is the fastest wing coaster in the US, or fastest launched wing coaster in the US. I feel like that's worth mentioning.
I can't wait to ride that, because I know that like Thunderbird, Holiday World, like holy crap, that launch is really very punchy.
Kick to it.
Yeah, so
I'm interested to see how this one feels, because watching the videos, it looks like it just rolls right into the launch like Maverick does, say, instead of coming from a dead stop like Thunderbird. So I'm interested to see how that'll feel. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see the thing in person in what? Guys, we'll be there in less than a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, less than a month.
Sure. I can't. Yeah, that'll be really cool. Maybe supposedly by the fall. So maybe by.
Yeah, hey, the first two elements of this thing are already built. So
yeah.
There's a lot.
That's definitely neat. It's really nice to see King's Dominion get a brand new coaster, just like Dolly or Dorney Park last year. Got a brand new coaster and stuff. So it's good to see. The legacy Cedar Fair parks are getting coasters. That's
a good way to celebrate their 50th anniversary, which is next year, as is Busch Gardens Williamsburg right down the road. So
I wonder if they're going to have like a, like when Kings Island had their 50th, I wonder if they're going to do like a nighttime, summer spectacular show and things like that.
So I'll get into this in a little bit from my Kings Island trip report. Their International Street at Kings Dominion is so much there's so much more trees at Kings Dominion, and so when you're standing there on International Street at the front of the park, you don't get that same openness, and you could see the sky like you can at Kings Island. So
I agree.
They would struggle with the fireworks and drone show. I feel like they'd have to cut some trees down, or just do it over Project 305 or something.
Yeah, they could possibly close a coaster and just say,
tell people to go sit in Jungle Wax and watch.
They could do that. I mean, like, sorry, the coaster's closing because we need the airspace for the drones, or I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped. I'm like, we'll do 2025. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we're doing a Busch Gardens and a Kings Dominion trip this year. I think it's already pretty much written in stone that we're going back next year.
I think boys trip we always do. We seem to always do the park we visit twice.
Yeah.
Two times in each, 2 years in a row, and then we like move on.
Yeah. So hey, we get to celebrate the 50th at both those parks next year. I'm sure we'll get a lot of exciting updates from Kings Dominion. That'll keep us busy in the off season, them talking about what they're going to do for their 50th and what they're doing with Project 305, and if they're doing anything with Flight of Fear and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Any more announcements, Kyle, that you have on your little docket?
Well, we don't have any more official announcements quite yet, but as a little update to last week's Carowinds teaser, they have posted another teaser. The same sign and the same background as before, where it's like the directional arrow sign that you would find at like a camp. And last week, it had the words going down. This week it says bigger up top, better in the middle, and fun together on the bottom. So bigger, better, fun together. Learn more on August 7th, 2024.
Wow. I love that like these parks are announcing so early. It's nice.
Well, and I mean, there's been more teasers since last week, but last week we already knew that Canada's Wonderland is also making their announcement August 8th. So very exciting stuff.
And then also, the legacy Six Flags parks, they've got announcements coming up too that we'll talk about.
They haven't said when, but yeah, there's definitely some teasing going on. There's been some leaked coasters and stuff like that. So very exciting, very exciting times.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think that, we've finally got the pandemic era, I'd say, kind of gone.
The pandemic slowdown
yeah. I've noticed the parks have been a lot more busier. And obviously they're wanting to put a lot more capital into these parks and things like that, which is cool. And it's great. I mean, it's good for us coaster fans that, we've been wanting all this stuff and everything, and it's finally coming.
I am a little sad because, my Cedar Fair Santa prediction, I think was a prediction of Valley Fair finally getting a new coaster, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen this year, but maybe soon. That'd be nice. At least we have some of our new sister parks to look forward to with some new rides. And so one of the big hot topic questions with the merger has been, what's the season pass situation? And finally, kind of unceremoniously, we got some news on that. I think it kind of started to come out like yesterday, or as we're recording yesterday, as you're listening Tuesday. But then today with Kings Dominion's announcement, they put their 2025 season passes on sale. And so what we found out is through all that is if you buy a 2025 season pass, we'll just say a prestige pass to Kings Dominion, that will get you into Kings Dominion and all the legacy Cedar Fair parks if you buy the all park passport for the rest of this year.
Yeah, it's pretty much like what they did last year. You have to buy the all park passport.
Yes.
That's
so if you get your prestige pass and your all park passport, you get into all the legacy Cedar Fair parks for the rest of 2024. And then starting January 6th of 2025, so this is if you bought a 2025 season pass, you will then at that point with your prestige pass and all park passport be able to get into not only the legacy Cedar Fair parks, but also the legacy Six Flags parks, which I know our conversation, you and I, Carsten, was that's going to be super freaking expensive. Well, guess what? It's not. It is not at all. So we
at least at Kings Dominion. So it might be different when Cedar Point announces passes that are going on sale within the next few weeks or whatnot. But they did. If you wanted to buy a Kings Dominion, pass, because there's a lot of discussion on the post that we did today. The people are like, oh, I'll just buy a Kings Dominion pass. Just to let you know, that will make your Kings Dominion your home park, where
so if there's
pass
any
perks
Cedar Point,
will be geared towards Kings Dominion, and if there's any Cedar Point giveaways or extra days or preview days or media day, whatever days, yes, it will be geared towards Kings Dominion. So just a big caveat, but yes, continue.
And before I get into the prices too, I want to mention that if you buy a Cedar Fair Prestige Pass from any of the parks or Gold Pass, and you get your alt park passport, and yes, it's good for admission and parking at the Legacy Six Flags Park starting in 2025. However, your dining plan, your drink plan, your all-season fast lane, your fun picks, some of the parks do all-season lockers. Those do not carry over. The only thing that you get at the Legacy Six Flags Parks is admission and parking, which I know that sounds like kind of like meh. Six Flags charges a lot for parking. Like I believe I saw Great Adventure was charging like $50 for parking. You're getting that for free. So I think it's kind of their way of saying we're the same, but we're different. Just still kind of sort of keeping the chains a little on their own. And we'll see. We'll see if there's a way to add on, a special, a drink plan plus Max Ultra that gets you your drink plan at the Legacy Six Flags parks or what have you.
They might just have to think outside the box and be like, hey, if we want to do an all park, 42 whatever parks, for all the meal plan and the drink plan and whatever. They're like, we need to figure out the pricing for that. So maybe they need a year of like research and development kind of thing.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, so maybe we offer that all dining for $200, or maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe they keep it separate. Cedar Fair, Legacy Cedar Fair, Legacy Six Flags, and they keep it separate. I don't know.
I feel like at some point they will do a complete everything gets you everything, because it's just going to get confusing, I think, for the general public and the employees and anyways.
Yeah.
So kind of circling back, yeah, you might think, I only get admission and parking. That's a rip. However, it's cheap. So I ran a little fake test, or I acted like I was going to buy a brand new Prestige Pass through King's Dominion. So a brand new Prestige Pass is $235, and that would get you admission and parking to King's Dominion. That's all you get, and access to their VIP area and one-time fast lane at that park and whatnot. Now, if you want to buy an all-park passport to add on to your Prestige Pass, we were thinking $250 at least. It's $99 to add on to your Prestige Pass. That's it, $99, and that will get you the rest of this 2024 admission all Cedar Fair Legacy parks, and then in 2025, all of 2025 admission all the Six Flags parks, all the Six Flags Legacy parks. That's an insane deal.
And we get this email and questions all the time. Buy your pass with all of your add-ons and whatever you need now. Because this is going to be the lowest price. I saw someone saying, "Oh, well, they're going to have a lower price on roller coaster, or what is it? National Coaster Roller Coaster Day." No, this is literally going to be the lowest price, and then it just goes up from here. And we don't know when
it doesn't
the up goes.
Jump exponentially. In a month it'll creep up $10, and then another month.
You say that now, but we've got 42 parks there, Evan. It might. I mean, you never know.
Long and short, buy your freaking pass now. Don't lollygag.
And you could do the at least I saw online, like with King's Dominion, at least right now, you could do like a 10-month easy pay option that they have, payment plan, that is like, I think it was like, if you pay $80 today, and then for the next 10 months, I think you paid $45, and that was the all meal dining plan, and that was the drink plan plus, that includes like the ices and the hot chocolate and whatever, and then everything, the all park passport, and obviously the Prestige Pass. All of that was like $45 a month for 10 months. I mean, that's not horribly bad, so
for what you're getting. So then I added the all season dining, the all season fun picks, and the drink plan plus, which is the one that gets you ices. Now remember, these aren't going to be good at the Six Flags Legacy parks ever, or at least not in 2025. Maybe in 2026 they'll change. But so the dining plan's $155. The season fun picks is $50, and the drink plan plus is $52. So all of that, including tax, including processing fee, total is $613.39. That is a darn good deal, I think.
Yeah, I would agree 100%. Yeah, and there was also people that were saying on our comment, whatever, saying, "Oh, hey, wow, I think I paid like $50 or $60." Like,
yeah, a lot of people think it's cheaper now.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, I'd have to go back.
Maybe those people didn't buy right away.
It's possible.
So then I also did the same thing with the Gold Pass. And the only difference with the Gold Pass versus the Prestige Pass is at your home park, or at any park with Prestige options, you're missing out on a one-time fast lane, a VIP area, and automatic preferred parking. So if you don't care about that stuff and you just want a Gold Pass, that's only $95 right off the bat. You add on your all park passport, your all season dining, your fun picks, your drink plan. You're getting all that good stuff for $463. That is not a bad deal at all. So no. I don't want to hear any of y'all whining that it's too expensive. Right. It's not.
Right. When you want to get like a season pass just to like Universal, for instance, it's like $500 or $600 for a pass that doesn't have any blackout dates. And what's nice
I
is like
paid.
these don't have any blackout dates. And then so say you're paying $600 for your Universal, but you're also paying $600 for your uh the Prestige Pass with everything though. You're getting food, you're getting drinks, you're getting fun picks and everything else. And Universal is literally just admission into the park, and that's it. There's
So
nothing
I
else.
got, for comparison's sake, if I could find it quickly, I got the cheapest of cheap Universal passes. All it got me is admission to Universal Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. No parking, no meals. There's a lot of blackout dates. I couldn't go to the park any day in July. I can't go basically anytime during the holidays, like between Thanksgiving and New Year's. I can't go during spring break. All I get is admission to the other 200 days of the year, essentially. I don't get in horror nights. I don't get discounts, nothing. As cheap as it gets for their passes. I bought, it was $425. So now look, Universal's in a league of its own. Those parks, you can't even compare them to our regional parks. It's a league of its own. But look at the difference in price.
Yeah.
So if I wanted, like, you can't even buy a dining plan, I don't think, at Universal. No. But if you want the best of the best pass, what is it, $1,000?
It's pretty expensive. Kyle, you know a little bit more about the Universal passes. They're pretty pricey.
My 3-park Premier Pass is only like $750.
So, but what does that get you?
But that's also Florida resident price. If you want
that's
Florida resident,
that's Florida resident price, but that's no blackout dates, all 3 parks, and then all the discounts and pass perks. That's like a full pass.
Do you get parking?
Yeah, I can valet for free. I valet every time I go, and then that's also awesome. 1 free ticket to Halloween Horror Nights.
So that being said, you're not getting any dining.
No,
you're not getting any drinks, and it's still more expensive than what like the best of the best pass through Cedar Fair will get.
Yeah,
and if he wasn't a Florida resident, it'd probably be like $950 to $1,000.
Right.
Yeah, probably
something.
I could probably look it up really quick. But anyway, so long and short, Cedar Point will probably be releasing all the same information here real soon, probably around National Roller Coaster Day, which I believe is the 16th of August. I would expect all the prices to be the same. I don't see any reason they would be any different. And if they are, it's going to be by like $5. Get your passes as soon as you can, because the prices will not last. They'll make sure you know about it. They will send out a million tweets saying that prices will go up on Labor Day or whatever. And then they'll extend the sale. And they do that every time. But
everyone's like, when's the $99 gold pass going on sale? It's like, I think we're getting a $99 gold pass still. We don't know though. But
what was King's Dominion's? 95?
95. But I mean, yeah. So
ours might be 99. I mean, whatever.
Yeah. Or maybe it goes up a little. Who knows? But I mean, it's still a great value if you go 5 or 6 times to the park.
If Cedar Point is any different pricing, it's not going to be even enough to like have a conversation about like, oh my God, it's so much more expensive at Cedar Point. So buy your pass as soon as they go on sale. And if you don't care about what your home park is, buy it now through King's Dominion.
Well, you should care.
If you don't, though. If you don't. Or if you're listening, if you live in North Carolina or Virginia, I don't know why I said North Carolina first. I guess Carowinds doesn't exist. If you live in West Virginia, if you live in Washington, D.C., buy your pass right now.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyways, speaking of the other,
I'm excited for them. I don't think I have anything else. I mean, I gave you my trip report from from Cedar Point, or I'm sorry, from Boardwalk Nights. But Evan, you were able to
talk about the other Kings Park.
Yeah, you were able to check out Kings Island last weekend. That's why I was all by myself playing the 3-point knockout.
That is true.
Tell us a little bit about what you got to experience and how it was.
So I kind of rushed down there Friday after work. Park closed at 10. And I got there at like 8:30, or I got there at like 8. I ate my meal, and in the time, so I had like an hour and a half left in the night. I was able to get on Orion, Diamondback, Mystic Timbers, Snoopy's Soapbox Racers, and got in line for the Beast before the fireworks started, and then ended up riding it like, you know, at 10:45 or 11 o'clock by the time they gave the all clear and stuff after the fireworks. So basically in an hour and a half, I was able to get in line for 5 rides, and it was all the big rides. So that was awesome.
Wow, sounds like they were
Nice little
pretty
preview
much,
night.
yeah. They were kind of dead then, I guess, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I had my Prestige Fast Lane that that skipped like a half hour wait on Mystic Timbers.
Okay.
So that saved a lot.
Good
Diamondback
stuff.
had like a 10-minute wait. I mean, their crew was cranking trains, and
If they're moving and dispatching trains like that, they definitely move the line very quick.
and then Beast, once the fireworks ended and they cleared Fast Lane, that line flies.
Yeah, that flies too. Yeah.
And then so Saturday, the park was packed. I mean, beyond slammed. Grand Carnival is going on. I mentioned that last week. I did not get any of the Grand Carnival food because we were too busy riding rides. We did see a little bit of the parade Friday night. It's fun. You know, the kids love it. Peppy as ever. We kind of got stuck behind the parade by Orion as it like started. So I got to see all the floats, and, you know, they're cool. Grand Carnival, everybody loves it. It's not really my thing. I like the food, but I didn't really pay much attention to the actual, like, you know, the live entertainment aspect of it. But, you know, it brought the one thing I did notice is International Street had such a cool party vibe going on. Pretty much even though the parade's not till 9, the party atmosphere was from the time the event started at 5 o'clock. It was, you know, they're blasting music. There's stilt walkers. There's all these characters, and it was a cool atmosphere. Unfortunately, I didn't really see anybody buying any of the food, which kind of surprised me because all the food lines in the park were really long because it was packed. So that was a little sad to see. I kind of wanted, you know, I'm definitely somebody, like, if I'm walking through a restaurant, I'm like peeking at people's plates to see like what they got, what looks good. So I was hoping I'd see people walking around with the Grand Carnival stuff, but yeah, I didn't really see that. So that was kind of sad. But anyways, the weather was amazing. It was like 90 degrees and hot and sunny. There was no rain. And we had fast lane, so we, you know, even though we weren't walking on rides because it was so busy, maybe, you know, a lot of people had fast lane. We still got stuff done. We got on everything we wanted to get on multiple times. We got on multiple times. Got a couple front seat rides on Orion. Front seat rides on Diamondback during early entry. Early entry worked out beautifully. We were able to get on Diamondback twice during early entry.
That's a hidden gem right there, because not a lot of people get to that park super early.
Yeah.
Like that.
And, you know, it's only a half hour of early entry, but Diamondback was ready to go and got on it twice. And then we were right there for Mystic Timbers when that opened, got right on it. Beast was right there. And so, I mean, we knocked out a lot just in the first hour
or so. Yeah.
Had a great meal at Brew House. One thing I want to note, and I think we mentioned this after opening weekend, Brew House's line could be out the door, and yet they just move through people. I mean, we waited just about back to the door, and we had our food in about 20 minutes. So we waited in that long line up to the register, found a seat, waited for our food, and it took about 20 minutes. That's not bad. That's pretty darn good.
Especially that food's really good too.
Yeah. My mom had a burger and she really liked it, and I had the chicken tenders because I really liked those on opening weekend, and they were really good again. And I also tried for the first time the Potato Works, the fresh cut fry place right there in Rivertown. I had the Buffalo Ranch loaded fries.
Ooh.
Yeah, those were really good too. They, you know, cut up chicken tenders, toss them in buffalo sauce, and throw them on the French fries. Put some ranch, and I think scallions were on it. So yeah, that was really good. We rode the train. We rode both sides of Racer. We rode Adventure Express, which the Racer and Adventure Express didn't really have a line all day from what we noticed. Got on Banshee, got on the Bat, got on Diamondback a couple times, got on Mystic and Beast and Orion a couple times. Got on the Drop Tower. got on Backlot Stunt Coaster, got on Kings Mills Antique Autos.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it was a really, really good day. And
Did you ride the
then
merry-go-round?
no, but we did make a point to walk around it just to, enjoy the carousel.
Enjoy the music. Got to enjoy the music
Exactly.
there.
And then to end the night, we ended on we went up to the front of International Street to watch this year's nighttime spectacular, Under the Stars, which it's fireworks, it's special lighting on International Street. There's lasers that shine up on the Eiffel Tower, and of course drones that you're looking at. If you're looking at the Eiffel Tower, the fireworks are off to your left, and the drones are off to your right, on either side of the Eiffel Tower. And this year's theme, of course they celebrate Kings Island, but they definitely paid special attention to their coasters that have anniversaries this year.
Okay. Cool.
So they showed the Invertigo logo, and then that's 25 years old, I think.
Okay.
I don't remember. So they show the Invertigo logo in drones with fireworks going off and the Under the Stars theme song playing. There's lasers on the Eiffel Tower that say, that show the Invertigo logo, 25 years, yada, yada, yada. Then they did the same thing for Banshee, Diamondback, and the Beast.
Okay.
Banshee's 10 years old. Diamondback is 15 years old. And then the Beast is 45 years old.
Wow. That's
so
cool, though.
They showed the Kings Island logo in drones. They made a roller coaster out of the drones and made it look like it was going up the lift hill.
Oh,
I believe it was actually Snoopy Soapbox Racers. They mentioned that as the new ride, and they made the car out of the drones and made it go up the hill. It was you saw the wheels turning. It started out flat and then kind of tilted, so it was going. It was really cool.
Seems pretty well done.
I was very, very. It wasn't Fun Fireworks in 50. I mean, I know you guys loved that show.
Yeah.
That was definitely very high energy. Very hyper on International Street, almost in a good way. But this was it wasn't as good as Fun Fireworks in 50, but it was just a nice, calm celebration of Kings Island. And it really made you, especially if that was my home park, it really made you feel like, man, I'm lucky to be here. This is a cool place, and I'm so proud of my park.
Sounds like it puts the cherry on the tip of on the tip
yes,
of the.
It's definitely if you're, I was there for 2 nights, so I designated one night to get a Beast night ride, and then I designated another night to see the show, and it definitely was a nice cherry on top of the weekend. And then I ran to my car to avoid traffic because God, it was a horde of people leaving that park. I mean, literally the finale ended and we turned around and just booked it. And we're like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
And then I had a 3.5-hour drive home. So after a really hot, busy day at the park.
So is there theme song to that show? Is it as addicting as the Boardwalk Nights theme song?
No.
Okay.
Because the Boardwalk Nights song, and I think the CP 150 songs were like this too. Those were definitely like more peppy. Where Under the Stars is very like, I don't know. It's like, it's not opera or anything, but it's just like a nice like, under the stars, we're Kings Island. It's a nice time. I don't even remember what the words were. Where the Boardwalk Nights and Celebrate CP, it's like you want to clap along with it, and you're kind of jumpy and but it was really, really nice. And Kings Island is just always a fantastic time. And
good stuff.
Yeah, I was very happy to be there during the summer season. It seems like I always go a bunch at the beginning of the year, and then coaster stock happens, and I'm like, I'm sorry, Kings Island, I love you, but I'm really sick of you.
Right. And then you're like, oh, hey, by the way, it's Hunt, and I can't. Oops,
it's closing weekend now,
and then you're like, I guess I'm going for Winterfest, and all the coasters are mostly closed.
Yeah. So usually, like last year, my last full visit there was coaster stock, and then I didn't go all summer, and then the Friday of closing weekend during Haunt was my last real visit there. So this year, it was nice to actually go during the summer season and enjoy a full day at the park to really see what Kings Island in the summer has been about the last few years. Because don't think I've done a full day in the summer there since probably before COVID. So
Love it.
So yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Love to hear it.
On that note, Kings Island, see you on like October 26th or whatever that final Friday is.
Kyle and I think we're possibly going to sneak. Well, I know Kyle's going down. I'm going to see if I can sneak down, and join him and see that show and get one.
Yeah, you could pass up a Beast Night ride. I mean, they're legendary.
Oh,
yeah, I'll be there.
They really, really are.
I'll be there on Saturday, August 18th, and I am definitely sacrificing a Beast Night ride to see the show.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry,
I mean,
Saturday's
I'm
the
what it's
17th.
worth.
Saturday's the 17th. My bad.
For what it's worth, I was there on July 27th, and it was pretty dark at like 9:30. So if you could time it where you're getting on a ride at 9:30, you're gonna pretty much get a night ride, whether that's Beast or Diamondback or Mystic Timbers, and then you got the time to walk up to the front of the park. And it only get darker earlier by the time you guys are there.
Yeah, and I'm also probably gonna buy Fastlane that day. So
yeah, you probably should.
Hopefully it'll be good.
Good.
That's like the last like summer Saturday before schools go back, so it's gonna be busy.
It's gonna be especially if the weather's perfect. It'll be busy.
Well, and I haven't been since Coaster Stock 2023.
Yeah. So
it's been
even if you're skipping 15-minute waits, it's worth it for you.
For sure.
You want to get all your rides in.
Yeah, Cedar Point on the other hand, we're visiting on a Monday and a Wednesday, and I've already been there this year, so I don't think I need Fastlane.
And you're going to show up on Sunday night too, so I doubt.
Yeah, you'll get plenty.
Yeah, I'll be good at Cedar Point, but definitely for Kings Island, I'm going to shell out for Fastlane Plus.
Love it.
Yeah. Well, and for your future planning and for anybody, Beast Line, because of the fireworks, they stop loading trains at 9:35, I believe it was. You could still get in line till 10 o'clock, but they will not send trains. I believe they send the last one out with people in it at 9:35. It might be 9:45. So yeah, if you want to try to sneak a Beast ride in before the fireworks, you gotta play that accordingly. And then it's the fireworks show goes to like 10:20, and then they gotta clear the area. So for anybody listening, if you want a Beast Night ride on a fireworks night, you're going to be there quite late. So, but
it's worth
a little bit of information there. So yeah, anyways, great time at Kings Island, as always.
Good stuff. Kyle, do you have anything to add before we close this up?
I do not.
There's no Kyle mannerisms or Kyle-isms or anything?
I haven't really done anything since the last podcast. I went to Epcot on Friday, rode Guardians, walked around the showcase, Disney Springs on Sunday, but other than that, not really anything.
Did you get that guy's chicken, whatever it's called?
No, we actually ate at a new restaurant. Well, not new, but new to us, called Raglan Road. It's like a big Irish pub in Disney Springs. So we tried that. It was really, really, really good.
Oh, nice. I love it.
But yeah, other than that, just
nice.
Working a lot. So nothing super exciting here.
I hear you.
Yeah, I think I'm out of new Central Florida things to do until I go over and see the parade at Universal.
So does anybody? I was just saying, is there a running bet that there's going to be the new coaster from King's Dominion at IAPA unveiled?
I'm sure there will be.
New coaster train.
That'd be cool,
right? First to sit on the new ride, maybe.
Rapterra.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap things up for us. We'll be sure to talk to you guys. Are we recording next week?
Yeah, we got announcements next week.
All right, we have announcements next week, so we will talk to you then. Be sure to tune in. That's all I got.
Yep, just jumping off Kyle. We got stuff to talk about next week. Carowinds and Canada's Wonderland making big announcements. So thanks for listening. Talk to y'all next week.
And make sure that you follow us and rate us and share this with all of your friends and all of your relatives. Thanks for listening, guys, and have a good morning.
All right, that's going to do it from us. Take it away, Justin.
Thank you for listening to the Rundown on Fun. Be sure to follow us on social media to stay up to date on all things Cedar Fair. As always, be kind to your ride operators, and we will see you on the midway. Good night.